Welcome back, guys. This is Fahad again with another vlog. As we discussed last time, let me click on this chart so that I can show you guys. As we discussed last time, we were talking about Euro USD trending downwards to gain some traction. Uh, we did talk about this pair at around 11 p.m. in the night, and before I went to sleep, I had one last look at it and actually placed my trade at around the same level that we talked about. And when I gave out my first vlog, that was at around 1.05676 as shown at this level. Now the price did trend downwards and approximately almost like more than 500 points, and I did earn a nice profit on it with a 1 to 400 leverage. Let me go over the 4-hour chart to show you guys how we discussed. Let's recap what we discussed last time in this market. We discussed an upwards trend which looked a little bit almost like this. Now, if you guys remember from last time, we were around at this point and we were trying to establish an idea that on on the daily trend, as we have uh, higher proportion of downward trend, we will try to develop some traction in order to resume an upward trend. Now, I did also say that we may very well be testing this level only to go for the downside as we have a bigger downtrend. Uh, Essentially, what happened with this market is that we tested this level. We still don't know if we are gonna move back up and test this resistance level and bounce off it, because there can clearly be an inside part over here as we move up. I placed my trade on the 4-hour chart at around 11 o'clock that night after making the vlog after this pin bar, after this formation of this bearish candle. I was absolutely sure that's going to go more for the downside because it broke through the previous bullish candle and it started trending downwards. I placed my trade around this time and I made a quick a quick few hundred points on it. Uh, After that, in the morning, I actually bought the pair and held it for a couple of hours, 2 hours to 3 hours. That's what I held it for, and then I sold it again, getting a couple of hundred points on the upside as well. I didn't end up selling it one more time because at that point it was a bit too overextended, and I had some reservations as to where this trend can move further from this point. Uh, what we have to notice here is that the traction actually did happen. Whatever the case, when we discussed last time on the daily trend, we clearly mentioned that there needs to be some kind of a downtrend from this point. Okay, and there certainly was. Now, it didn't end up testing the level with a bullish candle, and it didn't end up gaining the amount of momentum that we needed, but definitely there was a downtrend, and a lot of you could have gotten a few hundred points out of that. And on a $1,000 investment with 1 to 400 leverage, that almost means that's quite a percentage of profit on your initial investment. Now, before we get too happy about it, this is you can call this like I'm myself surprised at this. All right, uh, I have done this a couple of hundred times at this point. I am not a beginner myself. I have studied these charts for over 2 years, and I have seen these trends form like the trend over right here. This was a very blatant example of a downtrend that was about to form, and I did make some money on that, and I did invest shorted the Euro USD or bought the US dollar um, along at this time at that time. But uh, similarly, we see a similar trend as we downtrend over here. Now, what we are trying to actually get out of this is that there was a bigger downtrend. All right, everything that needs to be done in this market is completely on scaling. What scale of perception do you have? So you need to have three things whenever you're trading currencies exchange. You need to have a trend, you need to have a level, and then you need to have some kind of a candle signal. We had a trend across this path, we had a candle signal, and then we also had a level which we were trying to test down here. Okay, um, with that being said, on the 4-hour chart, we also had an upwards trend, an upwards candle signal, bullish candle signal, and let me get rid of this real quick. And we also had a level which was being tested over here. And at that point, I was kind of confused, and I was like, "All right, so what are we gonna do?" There are two kinds of opposing arguments over here, and we ended up going the route of the daily chart because the daily chart encompasses more information usually than a 4-hour chart. Trading currencies is most like trading like it's more like it's like being a hitman. It's like being a sniper. You do not hand over an AK-47 to a sniper and ask him to spray some AK fire. He will end up not hitting the target and giving out his he's giving out his location, and he will be quickly taken down. What he needs to do is that he needs to use a quality rifle with a good scope and a precision target his hit, and then take it out on the exact moment of time when at the best possible time. Okay. Okay. With that being said, uh, when I placed this trade, let me show you guys where I actually shorted this trade. I shorted it around at this point, somewhere around this, after I made the video. I had a stop loss. I had a very tight stop loss. I had a stop loss only a little bit above on my 4-hour chart. I had a stop loss exactly here, and that was risky. All right, my trade could have ended right away, and I don't really care. As a strategy of my own, I place very tight stop losses. I don't exercise the 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 risk reward ratios. I try to exercise my own way of doing it, which is do a very precise entry and place an abnormally extremely tight stop loss. And usually what ends up happening is that I never hit the stop loss. I wait so much, and I do it in such a precise way that I never hit the stop loss when I'm winning. So when I win big. And when I lose very small, and my trade goes out. Now, this also means that I don't trade a lot of the times, and a lot of my trades get cancelled, and a lot of my trades don't go through, and they're good trades, and there was only a slight bit of a downward movement to gain some traction, to gain some momentum, and I just miss out on that, but that's okay, all right? That's completely fine. What we are trying to do is that we are trying to save our account from being, we are trying to make sure that we don't go bankrupt, as a lot of people do in Forex anyways. Uh, Another thing that you guys need to know is that I'm in a bit of a hurry because I'm in college and I have to get some assignments done. But anyways, almost a large proportion of people in the currencies trading market lose money. Excuse me, which also means that there's an opportunity for a few people to make money. All right. One of the things that you need to be absolutely certain about is that you need to start thinking as a contrarian. Okay, you need to start thinking what the majority of the public is thinking. Like at this point, a lot of people were thinking, all right, it's going downwards. Okay, a lot of people were actually thinking, all right, it's an uptrend. Okay, I'm sorry, I said this the other way around. And a lot of people were assuming an uptrend. They were not looking at the candlesticks because they usually people don't look at the candlesticks. They look at the line chart, and it clearly showed an uptrend. And what happens is that market always moves the other side. Now we will in the next few videos we will go over why that happens. But market always moves to the other side, and the stop loss is hit, and as people are pushed out of their trades, the market drops further, and that is what I use to my advantage. thinking like a contrarian, placing very tight stop losses, doing it in a precise manner, and I, either winning big or stopping very, very short. Okay, thank you guys. That was an update video to the previous video. See you guys later, and do let me know in the comments if you like this video. Do subscribe. I'm starting out on this uh, vlog experience, and so I'm a bit shaky and I don't really have the necessary experience to convey my ideas in the best possible way. But in the future, we will have pretty nice videos coming up and do some more live trading examples. See you guys later. Take it easy. Fahad was with you. Bye bye.